So, moving on from the Mandalorian, which is something that metaphorically and physically we may all have to do now, because we're certainly not getting any more of it this year, and may not get a series of it ever again. So
no, maybe not.
Could be sad
Move
times.
Along, move along.
Move along. You don't need to see a new series. Disney in a few years' time will literally be saying, "It's for sale if you want it. It's for sale." turning around to like Universal or Paramount. It's for sale. It's for sale if you want it. It's yours. Who did sell Spider-Man to? They sold Sony. Sold the rights to Spider-Man. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong? Why do you want to get rid of it? Yeah. I just like if I was Sony, I'd just like, why are you selling a Spider-Man? Why not anything else?
What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Is it damaged goods we don't know about?
Yeah. Why do you want to keep hold of Thor and Iron Man and everything else?
Yeah. What's going on?
It's the only one where it's like a young actor that's still got some legs in it. Yeah. Why are you selling that to us?
8 legs.
What's gone wrong? Well, yeah, quite. Anyway, right, we digress. Anyway, general chit chat time. Interestingly enough, so this week, if you do follow us on social media, well done. Thank you for finding us. If you don't, what are you playing at?
Bastards.
So crack on, find us at AITSB_podcast. That's at AITSB_podcast, which will never fucking change again because we've got flyers now. I was doing some stuff for that, and you may have seen that we've started putting out some posts that are about before and after. And granted, not a particularly new concept, but we thought we'd have a look because we love Star Wars, but also to pay respect to the actors a little bit and say, like, Star Wars is not all they've done, clearly, and some are more notable than others. And one thing I found this week, interestingly enough, looking at Mark Hamill specifically. If we look specifically at Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford together, which Steph, I know you and I think we had a conversation in recent weeks where I essentially said that Mark Hamill had been typecast and perhaps suffered from that, and you kind of disagreed, but then were unable to back up your argument with any actual fact.
I ended up proving your point, really, didn't I?
Yes. So interesting enough, and I don't know, I think this maybe comes down to a quality versus quantity argument. So if you go on to IMDb, I forget the exact numbers off the top of my head, but they're roughly correct. Actually, I forget the exact numbers. I know the exact number for Mark Hamill, by the way.
Okay.
And so something like Harrison Ford has got on IMDb, in terms of acting credits, got 88-ish. I think.
Not bad.
I think it was 88 acting credits, right? And looking at those 88, I would wager that someone who is familiar with cinema and movies could
not us then.
No, us. No, but I think if you went, you could quite easily off the top of your head reel off 20 without any struggle. Well, without much struggle anyway. Okay. Obviously, you've got Star Wars movies, so that's what 4.
Oh, was he in those?
He was in it, but apparently he appeared in that. So he was 4 straight away. Then you've got The Fugitive, and you've got things like Patriot Games and Indiana Jones movies. Yeah, Age of Adeline, which if you haven't seen,
Clear and Present Danger.
Clear and Present Danger. That's a Patriot Games one, isn't it? Is it a Patriot Games? Is it that part of that series we've had?
It's the same. October? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all the same.
Oh, what's the name of the? It's not. What's the name of the
Jack?
author?
Oh, the author.
Jack Ryan. No. Jack Ryan's the character, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the author, the books that are based on. Either way. So he's got 88 acting credits.
Right.
But a lot of them are things you know and you can name. Okay.
Yeah. Household names.
I then you look at Mark Hamill, who, admittedly, we were both of the opinion that he hadn't done a lot outside of Star Wars, right?
Yeah. Of note.
He has got. I just scared myself by fiddling with my own glasses then. I went there and I heard a sound. I was like, oh shit, what is that? Anyway. So the number of acting credits that Mark Hamill has on IMDb is 353.
What?
Right. And there's an obvious theory here, okay, as to why those numbers, the disparity of those numbers. And there is a simple reason behind it is loads of the stuff for Mark Hamill is voice work.
Voice acting. Yeah.
Loads of voice acting and loads of cameos as Mark Hamill. Or more specifically, cameos as Mark Hamill because he looks like Luke Skywalker. So rather than being like big projects that he works on because he's the star of them. Unfortunately. I think I did find it. I'd not sort of dug into his career that much in the past. So his film that did something called Corvette Summer immediately after the release of A New Hope, and I don't know how George Lucas would have felt about this, but was him traveling across America to find a car with a prostitute, which is, he's hooked all those kids in with A New Hope, which wasn't called A New Hope at the time. Hooked all those kids in. Oh, we love this guy. We love Luke Skywalker. Oh, he's in a film about him and a prostitute traveling across America now.
Tell you what, Disney wouldn't allow that.
Oh, would they though? Would they? I think they do a lot more nowadays than they used to. I think they
used to be very controlling over what other stuff their actors had been in.
Yeah,
maybe it's a bit more relaxed now.
Have you seen, on that subject, I don't know if was Wizard of Oz at Disney? Or was it someone else? I don't know if that was Disney or Universal or someone like that.
Probably Universal.
Yeah. Is it Judy Garland who was in Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Have you seen the biographical film of her with Renee Zellweger?
No.
It is obviously a movie, the biography or whatever else. But there's some particularly unpleasant stuff in that about how Judy Garland was treated while making The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah. Not for squeamish people to see, but it's, I think you can join the dots and imagine what I might be talking about. Very unpleasant. But anyway. So talking of controlling studios and that kind of stuff and producers and the like in that era. And hopefully, actually, we know of one notable person who's been up to that quite recently, actually, when we're talking about eras.
Yeah.
So, either way, we won't get into that. And then you look at box office takings as well. I think they back up the whole quality versus quantity argument between projects that Harrison Ford's worked on and bear in mind, both of them, a large chunk of their box office takings will be certain projects that we know about.
Yes.
But I think something like I did a quick search. This is by no means foolproof, but I think it's a ballpark within the ballpark. And for, I think, total box office takings for Luke Skywalker movies, it might as well be. Mark Hamill movies. He's very healthy, but I don't know how healthy it would be if you took out Star Wars. That's got to be like 99% of it. Oh yeah, it's like just over $4 billion or something lifetime.
Okay.
Harrison Ford's is nearly $10 billion.
Oof. Wow.
With apparently a quarter, pretty much, of the acting credits. So, there's definitely a lot going on with that.
Tells the tale, doesn't it?
It does tell the tale. But anyway, that's not to have a go at Mark Hamill. That's just an interesting little tidbit, and you will see more of that going on our socials. Which, if you listen to this and you don't follow us on our socials, go and look us up. You might find something that interests you. We'll see. And,
check it out.
And everyone you meet in the street,
every single person.
I say that I don't talk to anyone about this podcast, so I don't expect you to. But if you do enjoy it, I got. It's like do you find this? It's like blowing your own trumpet. It's not, but you can try and get other people to do it for you.
Yeah,
I'm still talking
definitely.
about the podcast, by the way.
Telling other people to blow your trumpet.
Yeah, going down an unusual path.
Yeah, let's stop there.
While we're on that subject, by the way, I don't know what we were talking about just then, but I'm having a procedure tomorrow to bollocks. I'm literally having a procedure tomorrow to ensure that I have no further younglings.
No new Padawans.
No new
on the horizon.
Any other analogies we can use? We'll see. I'm still half expecting my wife to wake up in the middle of the night and go, actually, changed my mind. No, cancel it. I'd say
want another one.
I don't think she's got no desire for that at all. She doesn't want me anywhere near her.
Not even with all your podcast success.
Kind of makes the procedure redundant if she didn't want me near. Why am I getting this done?
Belt and braces.
No. Anyway, but yeah, reached that age.
Oh, yeah. Well, so, good. Good luck, mate. Hope it all goes well.
I'm sure I'll be fine. But yeah, anyway, I'm about done for this week. What you got?
Yeah.
Anything?
I was going to ask you if you'd booked any cinema tickets this week at all.
Oh, how have we forgotten about that?
Well, I hadn't.
Well,
That's why
we clearly haven't. I'd completely forgotten about that. So actually, there's two things to talk about on that. So yes, I have, and we will have a bit of discussion about that now because this kind of does fall firmly into the category of any other business. I have booked tickets on the 28th of April. So 28th of April. Where are we now? I mean, like
it's the 19th
from release.
Oh my god!
Yeah, a week from release of this podcast. And so I have booked, and I have to say I struggled to find a screening. Because I live in Sheffield, I live fairly close to the centre of Sheffield, and I could know what we got within 2 miles of my house. I have got a light cinema, that is. We do have electricity in this part of the world. Multiple lights. So a light cinema
last week.
A view. Just bang my microphone quite hard. A Odeon. We've got a Curzon. These are all within 2 miles of my house.
Yeah.
Cineworld. And a few. I've got a Showcase and a few other various ones. So what's that? Without even trying to find any others, half a dozen quite leading cinema chains. Out of those half a dozen, how many of them do you think are actually showing Return of the Jedi?
Surely every cinema chain will be showing Return of the Jedi. It's a monumental event.
One.
There
is one of those cinemas, and I'll give them a plug. Fair play to them. Cineworld. Cineworld are showing it in Sheffield, and currently, certainly at the time I booked my ticket, there was one showing.
Oh dear!
One showing. I was like, "Come on, guys!" And to be fair, they've got a very large one of the larger screens. I don't know how many seats there were, but at the time I booked my tickets, there was, 90% sold out. Was easily. I'm pretty sure you'd like to think that they'll put on other showings just because.
You've got to.
Have you been to the cinema during the day and any day of the week? It's literally, you're lucky if it's 10% full, let alone
it's dead. Absolutely dead.
You may as well put a screen to it. So, what about you? Did you book a ticket?
I did, yeah. But 2 weeks ago, tens of thousands of people celebrating Star Wars in London, and then, like you say, trying to find a cinema that's showing the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. It's mental. I moaned about it last week because it's coming out for, like I said, all of 5 minutes. And the one weekend it's out, I'm away. But I am coming back on Monday the 1st. I'm only going to bloody Western Supermare, not even going that far away. But I looked at cinemas from the southeast coast all the way, the southwest coast all the way to where I'm in Berkshire, and there was not a single cinema along like the entire length of the M4 that was showing it. But I then luckily found the Showcase near me but I very nearly still didn't book it because it said they were showing it in 3D, which I thought was incredibly weird because there has never, as far as I know, ever been a 3D showing of any of the Star Wars films, especially the original trilogy. So I thought, what have they done? Well, turns out it was, because they emailed me last night and said, oh, we noticed you've booked Return of the Jedi in 3D. Turns out it's not in 3D, and I've already had to pay for the fucking 3D glasses, which used to be free. Now they charge you for them. So I'd already bought 2 pairs of glasses for me and my lad. And I got this sheepish email from someone at Showcase last night saying, yeah, it turns out it's not in 3D, it's in 2D. So if you want your money back, it's like, no. I'm coming even more.
You should have said, I am absolutely appalled at this. I'm disgusted.
Appalled.
I cannot believe the mental torment you have caused me. I demand my money back. Oh no, I'm keeping my ticket, but I demand my money back.
Yeah.
And they still choose to come.
Can I basically come for free? So I was very relieved about that, because I hate 3D films like with a passion, especially films that weren't made in 3D.
You know, I didn't even know that was still a thing. Like, I just assumed that had fallen by the wayside.
I think it's just Showcase are doing that. It's if I see a film shown in 3D, I will actively avoid it. So I very nearly
was the new Avatar. Was the new Avatar in 3D?
Yeah,
because that's famously like that was like
the
film,
big one.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. But Showcase occasionally do have these 3D showings for some reason, and I thought, is this the latest ruining of our favorite films? Have they now done a post-processing effect on it to make some kind of 3D? And so I was shocked and appalled. So I'm very relieved to say that I'll be there on the 1st of May at a 2D showing of Return of the Jedi. We have been promised wall-to-wall screen size, so I'm very excited about it. I'm really looking forward to
that. It's showcased like a bit of a village cinema type thing. Like, when massive. You say you've been promised wall to wall, why do you reckon think of that? Why most cinemas are? It's like,
well, yeah, they are. It does. I think they're trying to. Yeah, I mean, no, Showcase is brilliant because every seat is a VIP seat. They don't do this thing where you get nicer seats for a bit more money. You got cheap seats. All their seats are proper lazy boys with the reclining leg rests and the proper arm rests. Tons of leg room. So I try and go Showcase much as I can. And if you listen to this, then sponsor us or
fucking money back.
Yeah, give me my 3D money, you bastards.
Don't take my tickets. No, I hear what you're saying about seats. So I was really hoping. So one night I get free tickets to go to Odeon. So I was hoping it was going to be on there anyway. But the Odeon that we have near us is an Odeon Lux, and it's the same similar thing. Every single seat is reclining.
That makes such a difference.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Like,
love it.
There's been times when I've got a bit too comfortable.
I fall asleep all the time. Yeah, I almost certainly will fall asleep in Return of the Jedi.
I remember going to see a film with my daughter, who at the time was only like 5.
Yeah,
and I think I must have fallen asleep for a good half an hour.
Oh, easy.
You were asking me earlier about, do I ever wake up with a start now? Then I woke up. Literally, I was coming round and I was like,
spraying popcorn everywhere.
Literally just turned. I was like, oh, she's still there. Thank God.
Yeah, I
just got up and walked. Listen, she at any point in that, she
go wandering around
and walked off, and I would have been
never seen her again.
Absolutely clueless. Like, just aware.
Yeah.
Well, that was also the same cinema visit. Like, this is something I was going to save for her wedding day, but that's a long way off. That was the same cinema visit where we got back to the car and we parked about a 10-minute walk in like a multi-story car park, about a 10-minute walk from the cinema. And I said, and I was lifting her into the car seat and like felt a slight bit of dampness on my hand. I was like,
oh,
have you had a wee? She said,
yeah.
I said, when did you have it? Was it in the cinema on the seat? She said, yeah, but I didn't want to miss any of the film. That's like, oh no, some
That's
poor
dedication.
You are. It is dedication.
That's
Some
dedication
poor,
to the movie.
unsuspecting moviegoer is going to walk into the
Oh
next thing and
yeah.
just sit down and be like, "Oh, someone spilt their drink
Oh.
here. Oh,
Oh. Oh,
oh,
it's
I can't
sugar
believe they
puff
didn't clean
flavour.
it. Oh, so it smells a bit. Ooh, I don't know what it is. Anyway,
Yeah. Bit
yeah,
like
but anyway, that was
5-year-old
that. That
piss.
was that. Either way,
Yeah.
I am going to see it, and I'm very happy about it.
This
And
is
you're
your
obviously going to see it
first
as well. And you're very
Return
happy
of the
about it.
Jedi viewing in the cinema.
It is, and
You,
I'm
isn't
looking
it?
forward as well because I feel like everyone would be in that room as well. It's like you were saying last week about Star Wars Celebration, obviously on a far
Yeah.
smaller scale. But I feel like everyone who's made the effort to get tickets for that will be like,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
we're all in it together.
Oh,
So they'll take
definitely. It's going to be
a placard that says podcast. Everyone listens to this podcast.
Oh yeah, Oh no, yeah, I'll be taking flyers. I'll be leaving them in the foyer and all over the place.
Absolutely,
But,
yeah. Well, I'm hoping there'll be a
Well,
long queue and they make everyone wait outside. It's like, hello.
you just leaflet them. Please listen.
Ah,
Please pay some
guerrilla
kids a
marketing
couple of
at
quid
its
to hand them
best.
out for you. Yeah.
I might take my
Imagine.
daughter with me.
Yes. Well, they're very useful for that.
I know. Yeah,
Go and give these out. Here's a bag of
absolutely.
sweets.
One thing I did find this week as well, because I'll be honest, I got fed up with going to individual cinema chains to see if they were showing it anywhere.
Oh
within
yeah,
100 mile
so
radius of
annoying.
me. So I did just Google Return of the Jedi showings UK or whatever.
Yeah.
And I found one actually not far from me. So in a place called Castleton, which is part of the Peak District. It's about 15-20 minute drive from where I am. Beautiful, beautiful part of the world, by the way. If you've never been to the Peak District, I strongly advise it. Very beautiful part of the world. But what they have at Castleton is a set of caves. And these caves are quite cool, like to go down and have a look around anyway. I found though that there's this thing called Village Cinema where they have a cinema set up inside the cave.
Oh, how cool.
And on May the 4th, which has now passed into parlance as Star Wars Day, despite the fact that correct me if I'm wrong, Steph, there's absolutely nothing relevant to Star Wars has ever happened on May the 4th. I'm sure something will have happened on May the 4th.
Yeah, like the odd release,
not
deliberately, really
not
official.
deliberately.
No.
Yeah, not deliberately.
It's a fans' day. It's an invented fans' day, isn't it?
Because it sounds like May the Force. Anyway, so they're showing Return of the Jedi in a cave on May the 4th, which at time of recording, I've not purchased a ticket yet because I haven't found anyone to go with me.
Oh,
but I think I might go on my own because I don't really care. I've been watching. I always say this to my wife. Like she gets confused when I go to the cinema on my own. I'm like, why? I'm not going to talk to it. I have no desire to talk to anyone during the film.
No.
Why?
You go with someone,
you need anyone there?
Sit in the dark in silence for 2 hours. Why do you need someone with you to do that?
Exactly. It's a strange concept to me that people are desperate to go with people to say. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. Yeah. It's not, if you go to see something new and you walk out, it's quite nice to have that debrief and a bit of a chat and whatever else.
Chat about it.
But anyway,
agreed.
Yeah, so that, and on the subject of May the 4th, by the way, and this is not an intro to whose birthday is it in the Star Wars universe? It is one of our close friends' birthdays on May the 4th.
It is.
Our friend James, very fortunate enough to be born
Jimbo
on such an illustrious day. So if he has, or if he's listening to this, I don't even know if he listens.
Probably not.
I forced him to listen to once when I had him captive in a car journey.
Talk about guerrilla marketing. Locking him in a car.
Tape some headphones to his ears.
Yeah.
Anyway, no.
Awesome.
So if he's listening, happy birthday, James.
Happy birthday, Jimbo.
Day. And we'll enjoy seeing you if we ever see you again. And that's about it, really. That's about all we've got to say on that. Have you got any more comments on Return of the Jedi in cinemas?
I don't think so. I also booked tickets for Aliens, another classic that I've never seen.
Yeah.
Well, I've not seen that one in a cinema before, so that's.
Is that hitting some sort of anniversary as well? Because I've noticed that
I think it must be.
that is being shown. Like the sparsity with which Return of the Jedi has been released, but Aliens seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, Alien and Aliens. There's a new 4K what do you call it, of Alien, and then Aliens is some kind of new extended cut. It's about 3 hours long. So I'm dragging my girlfriend to that one.
She'll be all over it. She'll be all over it.
Oh, she love it. So
good week also for cinema.
Good week for sci-fi
science fiction
in the cinema.
Exactly. Science fiction is on the rise, I think. I have a theory. I was going through. We really need to wrap this up, but very quickly.
Okay.
There was I saw a new series the other day with Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba on Prime Video. I can't remember what the name of it is though.
I don't know that one.
It's like sci-fi fantasy type thing, and it looks good. It looks good. I don't think it's not got a particularly high rating, IMDb wise. Like high sixes, so not terrible.
Okay,
but yeah,
might be worth a watch.
Yeah, it still looks interesting. So anyway,
yeah,
right. Anyway, with that said, shall we wrap this up for another week?
Let's do that.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Stefan, see you next week.
Yep. Thank you, David. Cheers, everyone. See you later.